Hi everyone, this is Tara with Create Life Paper Words, and today I'm working on week 24 of my weekly project life. So the first thing I want to tell you is that I'm using the Teal Lime Press for all my cards this week. It's digital cards essentially, so you buy them and then you can print them out. So just so you're aware, they are from the Lemon Yellow Sun 1, 2, and as well if you are from the Kindness Grows Here collections. So what you see me doing right now is I've placed all my cards and now I'm just sort of looking for embellishments. I've picked mainly blue colored embellishments this week with a few more of a seafoam green color, and the reason for that is that's the colors in my cards that I really want to pull out. So I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this card that I'm working on right here. That's my daughter's birth certificate that came in. I wanted a quote, which my husband had actually said when I told him, yay, her birth certificate is finally in. So after I finished that card, that was definitely the easiest one for me to do. I started to play around with a few of the other cards. And as you're gonna find, I sort of had a hard time deciding on things. Right now I'm working on sort of placement of a couple of my embellishments. This card that I'm working on in the middle here, I'm using a stamp set from the Studio Calico Project Life Kit. I believe that was from the Galileo June 1. And I am just using my Stays On black, which is my favorite ink to stamp with. And I'm just detailing a little bit about what we did that day. And once I have that done, I'm start cutting it, and then I'm not really sure where to put it. So you can see I'm sort of just playing with where I want it to go. What I finally decide to do is switch around some of my cards, and then I create like a little spot on this other card for it. So in order to do that, I pull out another one of those Lemon Yellow Sun cards, and then I'm using my Stampin' Up! Envelope punch, and that's what gives me the little tab on the right side for it. So after adhering that down, I'm looking just to do a little bit more embellishing. So I've got some washi tape, and then I decide I need a stamp on there. So I pull that stamp set out, and that's from the Studio Calico Galileo Scrapbook Kit. So after I've got that card done, I'm turning to just sort of finish up my embellishments on the birth certificate page. And now I'm starting to work on this one picture of my son riding through the rain. What I finally end up deciding to do is I go with a plain wood piece. And then I take my Stays On in black, and I make the whole thing black. So you have to sort of be careful about your fingers when you do that. And then I found a little stamp that I'd like to use, and I'm going to stamp that in a craft white, and the one that I use for that is Stampin' Up's Whisper White. So it wasn't nearly as bright as I was hoping that it was going to be, but it definitely, you can see the saying that I have on it. So I just love how this top left corner card turned out. It again is from one of the Teal Lime Press cards, and what I did was I used one of my Color Cast Designs Hello in the Caribbean, and I layered that on top of a label, and then I layered the label on top of some orange washi tape that I had gotten from Close to My Heart. And in the bottom right corner, all I'm working on right now is the wood veneer, and what I did is I took 3 ink pads from my Stampin' Up! Collection, and I just colored it sort of randomly, and now I am just figuring out placement of some stamps. So again, I'm using Stays On, and I'm stamping directly onto the card, and then laying over the wood veneer to make sure that I have it in a good spot. I did about 5. I didn't do very many, just sort of words that I'd pulled out from my various stamp collections. And there I am still arranging. I decided to use a little tiny label on this one card, and it just says the girls, and then I use my tiny attacher for that one as well. It's one of my favorite tools, is the mini attacher. And then I have a little wood piece from Colorcast Designs for that card at the top right. So just to note, my video does cut off, but you can see my final finished product in the still pictures that are right after this.